Some months are harder to rank than others when it comes to ranking my eyeshadow palettes for the month. And the eyeshadow palettes I used in October proved really hard to rank, but I did it for you guys because I love you. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, monthly eyeshadow palette rankings, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe, my friend. Be a friend. Okay, you guys, so I used 19 palettes. Well, technically, I used a few more than 19 in the month of October. I did not include 2 by Gourmande Girls because I specifically use them for their black mattes, the Calavera palette and the C'est l'Amour palette. So those were spooky season looks, and all I needed was just a go-to black matte. And so both of those have one. I did use those, but I didn't include it because it was just like a one like little black matte detail. So I used 19 otherwise, and this was hard for me to rank. The bottom was really easy. I'd say the top 3 were pretty easy as well, but in the middle was kind of hard because I used a lot of really good palettes. But let me go ahead and just hop right in. So at the very bottom at number 19, and this will probably show up in a future declutter video, is the Violet Voss palette that I just received in Ipsy, and I have the video up on it from just this week. This is the Disco Drip palette, and honestly, this isn't horrible. This is just a palette I do not need in my collection, and in a pretty large eyeshadow palette collection. I don't need a palette that is all shimmers with one matte, that the formula is just okay. At this point, I don't want to bring palettes like that into my collection. So, you know, I think it's fun. They tried to include something that at least had some color in it, you know, green, purple, blue. At least it wasn't just a plain boring, you know, neutral eyeshadow palette. But the formula is just not there for me. It's not a palette that I need. At number 18, we do have kind of a boring neutral palette, but this is the Tartelette Juicy palette by Tarte. This also came in my BoxyCharm by Ipsy. No, this came in the Icon box. And I said I was going to declutter this whenever I did my video on the Ipsy. Now I'm kind of rethinking that, at least for now. I really like the mattes in here. The shimmers are not my favorite. They're pretty dull, to be honest. But the mattes were so lovely and such pretty tones that I thought, let me keep this. Let me make sure that I don't have these peachy pink tones in another palette that I like the formula better. If I do look through when I get more time and I like that formula better, I probably will end up decluttering this because I don't like to keep a palette for like half of it being good and the other half being kind of bad. Shimmers, but the mattes really are pretty in here. All right, at number 17, we have the Eleman Beauty palette. This is the Ballerine palette. This came in the Glam bag. So my bottom 3 all came from Ipsy recently. Surprise. But this is not a bad palette at all. It's just not that exciting. But this honestly is an outstanding formula. The mattes are buttery smooth. They have a nice pigment to them. They blend really beautifully. And then the shimmers were pretty nice. Here they are right here. See, they're nice and shiny. They do what they need to do. It's just not a very exciting color story. You guys, I've got to stop for a second. This lighting is making me so mad. It's real cloudy today. I cannot stand this lighting. I feel like I look sickly, I look washed out. So if you guys are watching this going like, her lighting sucks today. Yes, it does. And I just like to address the elephant in the room. Okay, it was bothering me, so I had to say it. Anyway, this formula is really nice. I would like to see them come out with a really fun color story and then put that in Ipsy or BoxyCharm. Okay, next up at number 16 is the Game Beauty, the Dendro palette. Now, please know, this formula is excellent. It really is. This more so has to do with the colors in here. If you are a vibrant, verdant green lover, this palette is so good. I don't love these tones of greens on me. I like the mint a lot. I like this neon green a lot. And I really like this shimmer here. Maybe even this one. So like this row and this one right here. But these type of greens don't look that good on me. I have to bring in something else to deepen it up. So I did use actually the Blend Bunny Primal palette. I did grab that for a black matte. So I have certain palettes that they're just my go-to for a good black matte. So I brought that in, and once I added that in, it made a huge, huge difference. And I was thinking I'm gonna declutter this, but I don't know yet. My friend Brittany Ray Beauty, by the way, sent this to me. She sent me 3 palettes that are in this video today, just because she's a sweetheart and my little sister. But I was excited to try the formula. Really grateful that she did that. Oh yeah, I do like this shimmer too, right here. It's really just those green or like teal greens that I don't like on me. Otherwise, formula is absolutely there. All right, then at number 15. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. I hate when I get off. Okay, I'm just starting to say the number. You know I'm going up from here. Okay, this is the Golden Hour palette from Beauty For Real. This is a really lovely palette. It's a very solid, nice formula. Beauty For Real is owned by a beautiful, beautiful woman. She's very like, she's a go-getter. She really is. She does all her own reels and things and try-ons, and she does lives all the time. And she makes her makeup primarily aims it at more mature women, more mature skin. And so this formula is really good for aging lids. It's very, very smooth. I know this palette was made in Taiwan, by the way, and I always thought that was interesting because I don't think I have any other eyeshadow palettes made in Taiwan. They're generally either China, USA, mostly. But this is made in Taiwan, and so I know this formula is unique because I don't have anything else made there. And so it's very buttery smooth. You got real kind of foiled shimmers here. They're just not like real shifty or anything. That's why it's here, but it's a really, really nice solid palette. All right, then just above that, I have the Moonspell Volume 1 palette by Lunar Beauty. And I was really happy, my friend Caitlin House Makeup, she's been doing these prompts where it's like just to get you to use palettes in your collection that we forget about, that we don't reach for. And this was one of them that she chose for the week. So I was excited because it had been a while since I pulled it out. I kind of needed a reason to do it. And I mean, spooky season is a great time to pull out a Moonspell Volume 1. And I do really like this palette. I like the tones in here. I did the most boring look you could possibly do with this palette. I used the neutrals, and she even said, I tagged her in my stories, and she was like, I didn't even know you could get a neutral look from that palette. But I mean, I just reached for the most neutral shades, which isn't really necessarily like me, but I was going somewhere that day, or I was filming something, I can't remember, where I just needed a real basic look. So I used it. Not that exciting, but this is a pretty good palette. I like some of his others better though, formula-wise. All right, coming in now at number 13 is the Ghost Town USA palette by Nomad. Now, this is an excellent palette formula-wise. This is one of the formulas I really enjoy by Nomad. And I have a video where I talked about answered spooky season questions. There were 13 questions. It was a collab, and I was invited by my friend from Dub's Beauty Diary. And we were supposed to use this for a bingo palette look. And I was happy. I really like these. I try to do these challenges if I see them or if I get invited, because it's like a reason to dip into my collection. So I was excited to use this again. Formula's there. I just always address that this palette pulls very blue on me, and a lot of the looks look similar. But the reason why I liked this challenge is I did a combo that I hadn't done before, and it was something different. So I did really enjoy that. Really excellent formula. It's just I don't get a ton a variety from this one. All right, coming in at number 12 is going to be a Too Faced Holiday Palette. The, gosh, why does it have the name on here? Well, it's the green one. And these really surprised me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm blinding you guys. I'm blinding myself here. These really surprised me because the shimmers in here are really pretty. They're thin in their formula, but they're just these really pretty kind of like light, thin, shifty, sort of toppery shades. Oh my gosh, this is not doing it justice, you guys. This lighting is atrocious. Oh, this is making me so mad. I hate this lighting. Dang it. Well, I hope the look that I insert shows it a little bit better because honestly, okay, that you can kind of see better here. I promise these are so much prettier than it's coming off on the screen. Anyway, I should scrap this video, this dang lighting. Okay, but the formula's great. I think it's really cool for Too Faced too, that there's these shifty, sparkly shimmers in here. If you don't like a really thin shimmer formula, you won't like this, but sometimes it's nice just to have that little ethereal topper. So I did like this, but there's another one in this holiday collection I like better that's up a little higher. Okay, so next we have the Give Me Glow Haunted Pumpkin palette. I had wanted this for quite a while. I bought it when it was on super sale before it got discontinued. And you guys, I think I kind of prefer this even more so just as like a face palette, even though I can't use the blues and greens as a face palette, but I love this one, and this one. These three as a blush and like a toasty blush that you can do an ombre effect with. And they're huge. Like you guys, these pans are like the size of my face. Huge. You would never ever finish these. It's crazy to me. I know they've gone smaller now with their pan sizes. I kind of feel like they needed something in between. They went like real small and I'm like, you could have done something in the middle, but I like this. The formula is really good. The shimmers are kind of one note. They're real thick. So as opposed to the last one, these are real thick and very shiny, but not a lot of like dimension to it. Here they are here. I mean, they are super thick. Like you see those light ones from Too Faced and you've got these. So, I don't know. It's not my favorite formula-wise shimmer, but it is still really nice. And I do like the color story and I love it on the face. All right, you guys, I think I'm at number 10. So at number 10, we have the Wizard palette by Fantasy Cosmetica. And this is another one that Brittany sent to me, my little angel girl. And I really liked my looks a lot with this. And by the way, this video is getting sabotaged. There's a motor running now. I don't know how loud it is when I'm filming. I'm gonna continue on. I'm putting this video up, it doesn't matter, so please bear with me. I hope it's not driving you crazy. Okay, so the shimmers in here I like, I don't love. I don't know, it's like once you've tried a lot of shimmer formulas, you can just tell something's a little bit off about it, even though I think, let's say you've only tried drugstore, ColourPop, things like that, and then you were to try this, I think you would think it's really good. And it is really good. I just have ones I like a lot better, but I do like the color story. I think it creates really beautiful looks. And I think that the shimmers might be better in other palettes from what I've been told, but they're not terrible. They're not terrible. Okay, that's number 10. All right, number 9 is the other Too Faced palette I was telling you about, the holiday palette. And here she is. I just think this color story is a little bit more fun, a little bit more vibrant. I really like that fuchsia pink in here. And then I really like this shade again, its shiftiness. I should just show you guys on the finger. I think you can tell a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's better than when I put it on my hand. Okay, the shimmers were just really nice for Too Faced, and I really liked my look with this. definitely surprised me. The packaging is fun. It kind of looks more luxe than it is because it is plastic. And at first I thought, ooh, it's so fancy, but it's plastic. It's not that fancy. Okay, now at number 8, we have another Game Beauty sent to me by Brittany as well. This is the Electro palette. And I just like this color story more for myself. The purples and kind of pinks in here are more flattering on me than those green tones. The formula is excellent. Honestly, if this had slightly more variety to it, this would be up higher because I was so impressed by this formula. I love the shimmer here. It's like a shifty purple green. I really like this one as well. It's kind of like a blue, silver, lavender shift. Mattes were great. Loved my look. I mean, yeah, like let's just say add more like 3 more shades to this that give it more variety than just kind of purples monochromatic, and this would probably be in like at least my top 5. All right, coming in at number 7, we have a Pat McGrath Mothership. We have Sublime, and I actually do really love this one. Like as it's right here, I'm like, this should be higher. But I just really like some of the other palettes here. I mean, this is an excellent palette. The green makes this palette for me. But I really like the neutral tones that are in here because they're very varied. You know, it's not just like, oh, a brown, a little bit deeper brown, oh, a little bit more taupey of a brown. Like you have, you know, like the black, you've got the deep brown, you got a reddish brown. You have a shifty green, you know, shimmer in here that's gorgeous, the golds, and then you have the lighter mattes in here as well. So I really like this, but the green just makes it extra special for me. Okay, next up we have the Moira Magic Dreaming Palette. And actually, guys, this is excellent. I freaking loved my look with this palette. I really, really loved Fun is in the Air and Magic Dreaming, the 2 that came in this collection. Quality's excellent. The shimmers are beautiful. I always love my looks. The tones in here are gorgeous. If you haven't tried these from Moira, I highly recommend them. Next, we have Dark Fantasy by Beauty Bay. This one shows up in a lot of my videos when I'm doing like, oh, dark, you know, glam or Halloween. This one pops up. And then because of that, I was like, I really want to use that palette. So I used it and I love it. I just like this color story. It may seem a little disjointed to some, but I love it. It reminds me of like you open up a computer and you're looking at like the board, you know. I just think that the colors are fun and kind of mysterious and really excellent quality as well. All right, we're in the top 4 now. Woohoo! Okay. So coming at number 4 is the Davini Beauty Currency Palette. I think this one is so fun. It's kind of not really exactly in season right now. This is definitely like the ultimate summer mermaidy palette. I did use this for a fun, more creative look. I just used the 2 of the shimmers for it. So this wasn't one that I, you know, used like 6 shades and was using mattes. But when I used this, when I bought it, this summer, or no, did I get this? I got this one in PR. I bought Ascension. This one did come to me in PR, and when I did the video for it this summer, so many people said, like, those are my favorite looks you've ever done. And really, I didn't do anything different. It just is that good of a palette. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's beautiful. But, you know, I just didn't use it a whole lot for the look. That's why I put it at number 4. At number 3, we have the Natasha Denona Rocha palette. And yes, it's pronounced Rocha. It's Portuguese for purple. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. But fun packaging. And then here she is. And actually, I have her on today. So this is the 3rd look. And now I've definitely used every shade in this palette. And do I get the most variety from this? No. Like, I did do 3 different looks, but they're not that different from each other. It is a purple pink palette. So, you know, if you mix them, you're gonna get purple maybe on the bottom, flip-flop to the next time, pink on the bottom. But the quality is excellent. The looks are beautiful. It's definitely one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes because I just think it is so pretty and so easy to use. Effortless. The tones are beautiful. If you're on the fence about it, if you like purpley pink looks, I do recommend it, absolutely. At number 3, we have the Nomad Speakeasy palette. And no, sorry, at number 2, Nomad Speakeasy palette. I just think that this is when Nomad does their best, is when the color story's right and the quality's right, the formula. So these are the really beautiful smooth shimmers like that are in the Ghost Town USA or the Stargazing New Zealand palette. You've got shifty shades in here, you've got excellent mattes, and then you have a gorgeous color story. I really loved my looks from this. Definitely in like my top 3 Nomad palettes for sure. And then coming in at number 1, you guys, it is a hard day for any other brand now, because if I'm using Beaute Bar, it's gonna be up there. This is the Vamp palette. I love it. I love the color story. I love the mood. I loved my looks. I love the formula. I've definitely jumped on the Beaute Bar train. I mean, from now on, if I really, really love the color story, I'll probably be picking up the palettes. Excellent. It was perfect for spooky season, but I could see myself using it for Valentine's, you know, a sultry look. Winter, I definitely like this right here is wintry to me. So I think it's a pretty versatile palette. Freaking love it. I also love the Vamp. It's very me, my other side of me for sure. That is it, you guys. Those are the 19 palettes I used in the month of October. Let me know what some of your favorites were from October. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.